2, 1.
Here we go!
What's up? It's 2025. We're in mid-January already. We've been back for the second week now. We've got a bunch of girl dogs out here. Today we got Presley back there. Got to keep the office alive, right? Tomorrow.
Hey,
Jeez. What's up? We're in 2025 now, and so we're gearing up for a whole bunch of things. We got a llama lounge coming up February. What is it? February 6th or 7th, something like that. So that's exciting. It's going to be a theme this year, I think, of agents, AI agents. So we're gonna be talking a lot about agents and advocates here at Sightbox. So you're gonna hear those two A's repeated over and over. If you check out our last BOXPOD episode 5, we talked about advocate-led growth, and so we have a whole model around what that means for startups that are in the growth stage, and a lot of them are gonna be AI agent startups. And so we showed you the graph. We'll show it to you again. This AI agents graph, it keeps getting updated I want to say every week, but there's a lot of stuff brewing in the AI agent space. And so you're going to hear a lot about that. You're going to hear a lot about advocates. And so what does that mean for Sightbox and our clients? Means a lot of stuff. So we'll probably follow it up with an episode 6. But I mean, more than anything, just keep an eye on those startups that are launching agents. Play around with them and see kind of what works for you. We're starting to use some of them around here a little bit, not too much. But if you take a look at a trend right now, it's a lot of note takers, and that's sort of a light version of what agents do. But these note takers are showing up all over meetings now. In fact, I believe everyone on our team has an Otter note taker, and so our meetings really quickly get crowded. And it's kind of crazy because it's all these note takers that come in and want to participate in the meeting. But I mean, it's not going to be long, probably months before team members start sending their agents or their bots to these meetings to do the meeting for them. So they can keep working. The AI will come back and say, hey, here's the summary of the meeting. Here's your to-dos. Here's some action items for you to follow up on. With transcription, you can chat with the meeting summary. It's pretty cool. So a lot more of that stuff happening. I can't wait till I can get replaced. She wants to be in this video. Coco wants to be in the video. So a lot of stuff happening. What else? Christmas is, it's done. We packed up the tree. Time to move on to what's next. We're gonna keep the lights though, I think. The nice twinkly lights here. Nathan's over here. You can see him in the corner over there working on a pitch deck. He's working on a bunch of stuff, and so we're about to do a big splash with this advocate-led growth stuff. So we've been working on the pitch for that, and then he's also working on some presentations for some AI agent startups that we're actually working with. So that's what's going on today. Specifically, we've got a Belwood kickoff. We mentioned Belwood, I don't know, 2 or 3 vlogs ago. We ended up doing all that work for their app, and now we're actually taking a step back and doing a rebrand. And so we're going to position them to kind of be more of like the Robin Hood of real estate. And so that requires quite a bit of brand strategy and some of the promised market fit stuff we've talked about. So we could walk over to my desk. I could show you some of the app stuff we out there. Coco keeps quiet here. So if you look at this here, this is the current Belwood. And it looks like a real estate app. And not to, take shots at them. We're doing this together so we can help them. But you'll see here's the Malibu house. This is actually the Kanye house that we talked about in previous videos. You'll see here, it's got, a few photos and all the details around the investment opportunity. And you see here, submit offer, so you can actually invest. And so they bumped it up, it looks like to 10,000, but they were letting people invest 1,000 when they first launched it. Yeah, it's 10K minimum. You'll see other opportunities here, and then under investments, you'll see here, I dropped 1,000 here. And so you can see it's currently in plans and permitting in this sort of status. And so it'll probably be a good year before I see any return on my money, but essentially this could be what they're thinking might be 100% ROI. So I might make 1,000 on my 1,000, which is pretty good. And then there's other things in here that don't really work well, but again, these are things we're all trying to address. And so how do we take this and then take it to the next level, right? To like a Robin Hood level. And so I'll show you here some of the prototypes that we did. And this one's still using the current Belwood brand. And so we're gonna redo that eventually. And that's kind of what we're kicking off today, actually. You'll see here, it's kind of more vibrant, modern color palette. There's a use of serif and sans serif fonts to sort of contrast this idea of like a flip. Because they are going after high-end luxury homes in Hollywood, even though it's on fire right now. Their properties, as far as I know, were not affected by that. The only thing affected right now, as far as I know, is the construction and the remodeling and stuff. All that stuff's been, I think, on hold until they can get people sort of back into the areas. But that's besides the point. So you'll see here, here's some onboarding screens. And then a dashboard. Again, big fonts, vibrant colors, dark background. We kind of went more of a dark theme here. So you'll see here, we can actually see it on the map, different properties. And then the property details themselves will have more details. So this will have, you know, a slider of photos you can click in and zoom in on. And then you can get kind of a status of what's happening on each property. You can get video tours, videos from the owner, etc. And then here's kind of placing an offer. Made it super simple, right? Look at the denomination you want here. You type one in, click next. Verify your identity, offer under review. So we want to make it super easy to invest. I mean, you can see here my investments screen. And so these would be, for example, 2 properties I'm invested in, and then statuses. So if it's pending, it'll kind of tell you the status of it here. Or if it's approved, it'll say click pay now if the offer's been accepted and you haven't paid your investment. And eventually they'll connect it to all the different sort of, you know, merchant payment gateways. And we're actually going to introduce crypto into it as well, so you can invest in Bitcoin or Ethereum or Doge, whatever you got. Offer, as you see here, trust deed is ready. And so what makes Belwood unique is that they actually will issue you a micro deed, is what they call it. And they'll actually have to mail it to you. It has to be notarized by an official and mailed to you. And so I have mine here somewhere, but the app will alert you when it's ready and when it's been shipped, or if you've been rejected. I'm not sure the criteria for getting rejected, but that's what that looks like if you get rejected. Then there's some other screens here for rewards and profile. And then this is fairly new. They want to launch an affiliate program. So this is kind of pretty lucrative because it does pay out a percentage of the investment that someone puts into a property. So for example, if I invite Zach here to the platform and he invests $10,000 into the Kanye house, for example, here, my commission would be 2% of the investment amount. So I would get a $200 payout. And again, you can use the money to reinvest it right back into properties. That's kind of the idea here. You can generate a QR code if you're out in public and you want to say, hey, scan my code and you can start investing, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's where we're at with this. I'll show you what it looks like when you build it into a prototype. This is gnarly. cool. Let's go check out Belwood, and we'll definitely update you on the next vlog when we have the brand all kind of redone. So check it out.
We're working on a concept for a NFL. What do you call this? It's like a playbook thing for one of our clients called Mashkin, and they do concession automation at the NFL.
So stadiums, right?
Stadiums, yes.
So like walking up, grabbing a food and drinks, and then not having to interact with them.
Yeah, you just kind of scan and go. And so anyway, our idea for this, the concept for this one is that rather than sort of making the players the stars, it's the fans, and when they're basically the professional fans, right? So they have their own stats. So we'll have like, this is Bill Swanson. Here's the quarterback, and then he has his own stats for the year. So he's got.
This is Mid-Journey.
Yeah, this is all
Journey images,
the
right?
journey we just created here. Yeah, so you can see here. So he's got 74 completions on nachos. He's had in his 95% successful trips without spills, his passing accuracy, game-winning plays, action rate, 100% of concessions run timed perfectly with game breaks. So longest drive, he's done 3 nachos, 2 beers in 1 game. So yeah,
It's impressive.
yeah, he's a good player. He's getting better every time with Mashkin. So we're having fun. So we have a whole roster of like MVPs and what they're pulling off and how they're getting better at their concession game.
We're kind of laughing because Mid-Journey is so good
So good.
that it does these humans perfectly, right?
Yeah, it does
But the food, not so much.
the food never turned out. Like here, I'll show you really quick. Yeah, here's another one. Like we kept wanting to put like nachos in the cup. I'm not quite sure what that is.
But he looks totally real.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, I can render human eyebrows, but what a thing of nachos looks like, I have no idea. So, good times.
Here at the 2025 NAM. If you don't know the backstory, me and this guy met each other in the band room. So we're a couple of band nerds, so we're gonna try and find the horn section. Hopefully, got some pretty sick trumpets on display, I'm sure.
Try not to embarrass ourselves.
Yeah. And some of the tech here is probably sick for audio recording. We were talking about the keyboards and stuff for MIDI stuff,
Yep.
the podcast, and I'm sure they're here. We're gonna check it out.
Isn't that crazy?
And it
Yeah,
works.
dude. And it works. And it works.
I don't know how many mouths have been on this. That's impressive, dude.
There.
That's pretty good. Shouldn't be that
Sounds
good.
No, it shouldn't. One of our good friends got suckered into playing the baritone and never came back.
Little inspiration from Nam.